Hi guys, welcome to Daily Dose of Dividend. Today I'm gonna teach you how to do a simple but powerful portfolio tracker in Google Sheets. So let's do this as quick and easy as possible. You go to your browser and you type sheet.new. That will make you a new Google spreadsheet. Then you can name it top left, portfolio tracker, for example. After that, you can find a nice background color. Maybe we can do some dark blue. Nice and financial looking, right? Next, let's type in logo. Very nice to have a logo for our companies that we own. And here we can have, for example, maybe light blue. It's cool. Let's put them in the center and also maybe bold, 14. And let's make that one a bit like this. Next up, we can have 365 day chart. And then we're gonna have the ticker, the sector hits in, the amount of shares. And here you can just fast forward a bit if you don't want to see when I fill in all these. But yeah, these are fields that or actually it's nice to have at least, like the portfolio weight. Of course, the dividend in dollars and dividend in percentage, and also the annual yield. I like to see the value of the position, and of course the return, how much money have I made or lost in both dollar and percent. And how did the position do today in dollar and percent? So yeah, here we have the headings. We can select them all and double click anywhere to make them sorted so that they all fit in the sheet. So next up, we can actually start filling in our positions. I would go about to first though highlight the two top rows and go to, let's see, it's view, freeze, and two rows. Then we have frozen these ones. And after that, I will go highlight one row and go a white background. And we can do logo a bit bigger like this. So logo, here we go. Insert image in cell. Choose Google search. And for example, we go with PepsiCo logo. Very nice PepsiCo logo. Double click on it. It will get inserted. I think also we're gonna make the rows a bit larger. So scroll down a bit, go maybe to row 50. Go resize row and maybe 35-ish. I think would be good. And also here we want it to be centered and also centered in the cell itself like this. That's a nice logo. After that, we're gonna have a long formula for the chart, and it looks like this. I will post it, of course, in the comments of the video, but basically it's gonna do a nice chart for us for the ticker that we fill in. And we fill it in here. Oh, did I do it over there? So we want it there, of course. was it C3? C3. There we go. Okay, awesome. And we're gonna have our white background. And the chart will actually be green if it's a positive over this year, and it's gonna be red if it's negative. All right, next up, sector, PepsiCo, consumer staples. We can do a bit of an abbreviation here. Number of shares, maybe 6. And the cost, we can actually fill in the price first. And here we have to type our formula, equals Google Finance, and it asks for the ticker, and then we're actually going to specify C3. After that we'll have attribute, and it's going to be price, and 171. Okay, and let's say we paid 150.43, and we put dollar, same here, dollar, and the total cost if we bought 6 shares is gonna be, of course, yeah, it will even autofill it in E3 times F3. Awesome. The weight we don't know yet until we know the whole value of our portfolio. That we're also gonna do, but a bit later, so we skip that for now. The dividend we can actually pull from finvis.com, and I will provide the formula for you, of course, for this one also. And it looks like this. It imports from a HTML table in Finvis. And I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, it's referring to C3 already. That is PepsiCo. So let's hope it works. 4.6, and we can actually do dollar here also. And we can double check in Finvis if we go to PepsiCo. 4.6, so it's pulling data from this table. And if you want other stuff pulled from here, for example PE, you can do that with no problem if you just change what it's pulling. But right now it's pulling the dividend 4.60, and this is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th row, second column. So we can see here 7th row, second column. So you can just change those values if you want to fetch any other data. Okay, so next up, the dividend percentage. The same thing here. We're gonna do a Finvis formula. I'm gonna paste it here. 2.69. Let's double check that it's right. And it is. The annual yield is gonna be the dividend times the times of share we have. So that is going to be E3 times J3. There we have the annual yield. And the value of the position is going to be E3 times the price, right? H3. Awesome. And then for the return, and the return is going to be the buy price, no, the price, which is going to be H3 minus what we bought it for, which is F3 times the amount of shares. So the return for our PepsiCo holding has actually been $124. And here we can also do the return in percentage, and that will be H3 divided by F3, and it's going to be -1, and we highlight it and do percent. And for today, we will actually go again for Google Finance. And we are going to refer to C3, that is PepsiCo. We're going for an attribute called change. And we're going to multiply it by the amount of shares. So 84, and we're going to put on dollar. Didn't work. Dollar today. And here, lastly, we can do the percentage of today. And then we go again, Google Finance, C3, and we have the attribute change PCT for percentage. Not available. Did I type something wrong? C3 added. Here we have in percent. 8% today. No, we have to divide by 100. There we go. So there we have it. All the headings are filled in. Let's maybe, yeah, do. I like the Roboto font, so let's do that. Maybe a bit bigger, so we can actually see what we are typing. And it starts to look good. Yeah, not bad. Okay, let's add another position. And to do that, we just copy this row and paste it below. Then, of course, you go insert image in cell. Let's say we go with 3M, maybe, logo. Double click. And here we go, MMM. And it's gonna be industrials. Let's say we have 8 shares of the price of, yeah, we can have it about 160. Maybe we bought it a bit high. Here we can also highlight what we need to fill in. So let's see, for example, we can highlight it with a yellow background. So we know, okay, we need to fill in these fields, and of course also the logo. Same goes for the values here. Might be nice to have them in green or red background, depending on if they are positive or negative. So I go to conditional formatting, and then we can have greater than 0. And yeah, we can have the field color a bit green. And also we can add another rule: if it's less than 0, a field color that is red. Then we can easily see if we have plus or minus in these fields. Let's do some totals on top here. So first of all, it's nice to have the total cost so we can calculate some returns. So for total cost, we do equals sum. We will have G2, and we can go a bit down. Let's say G99, just for the sake of it. So there is the total cost. Can't really see it, so let's do it a bit larger. Maybe white, also centered, maybe bold, and dollars. And after that, we can go for the dividend percentage. And that is going to be the annual yield. Yeah, we need to have the annual yield first. So if we go for annual yield, and that is of course the sum of the dividend, sum of L3 to L99 There we have the annual yield. After that, we can do the value. So I think we could copy this and just do like this. Yes, 2000, that looks correct. And then we can do the same thing for the return. If we copy this, minus, yes. And the return percentage today is going to actually be the return divided by the total cost. So this is going to be N1 divided by G1. And a percentage on that, -5, looks correct. And for today, dollar today is going to be a sum of P3 to, yeah, let's go P99. And the percentage today is going to be P1 divided by, yeah, the value M1 and the percentage here. What are we missing now? We are missing the dividend percentage, and that we can have now when we have the annual yield and the value. So this is going to be L1 divided by M1. So that is the dividend percentage of the portfolio, 3.64. And yeah, now we just need to fill in the weight. And the weight is going to be the, let's see, it's going to be M3, the value of the position divided by the value of the portfolio. So it's going to be M1 and a percentage here. So let's see if we do a bit like this. You can see the percentage goes down, looks correct, and then we can copy. It's here. Okay, then we need to, if we want to have the M1 persistent during copies, we can go and put $signs here. And then we can drag it. Then you can see the M1 stays the same when we drag the formula. And this, yeah, that's a total of 100. Okay, starting to look good. Next up, let's do some formatting also for the returns. And here maybe we can have red and green numbers. So let's go to the text color, conditional formatting. And here we have greater than 0. We don't want to have any filling. We want text color of maybe this green here. And then less than 0, we want red. Yeah, that looks great. Personally, I want the value of my portfolio a bit bigger, so I go like this. And maybe the today's return a bit smaller. So yeah, maybe something like this. And the total costs, I usually hide this column. But yeah, it's starting to look really, really nice. And yeah, of course you can add other fields if you like, but this is a very nice beginning. Let's add some more positions, and remember, just copy the row, paste it, and then fill in like view, insert image in cell, do Google search. Here we can go with maybe Comcast logo. And then we just fill in the yellow here, and the rest is done. So CMCSA, services, 7 stocks at the price of, hopefully we made some money here. And that's it. So now we can just continue adding more position very, very easily. Image in cell. Let's do a last one. Let's say we are going with Microsoft logo. Microsoft technology. We like Microsoft. Let's do whooping 35 shares at the cost of 189.56. Okay, we made some money. Total value. The return we can see easily in both dollar percentage, how much today in dollar percentage, and of course the dividend. Yeah, and this, you can also do some charts if you like. For example, we can highlight the tickers and the weight if we want to see our sector allocation, our ticker allocation of the companies. So just highlight those two, go to insert chart, and you will automatically get the nice chart like this. Looks a bit ridiculous with all the Microsoft, but maybe if we go down to 15 shares here, maybe 5. And yeah, if you double click the chart, nowadays you can actually also go with no border and actually no background, which is really nice. And you can have a nice 3D pie chart if you like, or a 2D one. It's also cool. And if you want to edit something like these ones, you can just double click on them, and maybe you want to have them in white to see them, and a bit larger like this. So yeah, there you guys have it, a nice portfolio tracker. And yeah, I will leave the formulas for the Google Finance Sparkline chart, and here you can also see that it's green positive and red if negative, and also for the Finvis for pulling the dividend data. And as I said before, if you want to pull something else, you can just edit these numbers here. Same goes for the chart. If you want another than 365-day chart, you can change the 365 to something else. That was it for now. If you guys found this informative, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.